The Little Prince is the famous work of French writer Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, full of deep meanings and readable by both children and adults. The story begins with the narrator's childhood memories. The narrator, who loved to draw as a child, once drew a picture of a boa constrictor swallowing an elephant. However, adults could not understand this drawing. They said they saw a hat in the picture. The narrator realized they lacked imagination and stopped drawing. Over the years, he became a pilot and began to travel the world. One day, while flying his plane over the Sahara Desert, he has an accident and makes an emergency landing in an isolated place. While he is working on repairs, he is approached by an unexpected guest, a small child with golden hair and strange clothes. The child asks in an unusual way, "Can you draw me a sheep?" The narrator is surprised, but fulfills the request. The little prince doesn't like some of the sheep he draws, and finally accepts the sheep imagined inside the box the narrator draws. Thus, a sincere friendship begins between them. The little prince tells the narrator about his own planet, Asteroid B612. On this small planet, there are 3 volcanoes and 1 rose. One of the volcanoes is extinct, the other 2 are still active and cleaned every morning. The most remarkable being is his rose, beautiful but vain. The rose becomes both a source of love and heartbreak for him. The rose's demand for attention and praise confuses the little prince and eventually leads him to leave his planet. Leaving his planet, the little prince visits 6 different planets. Each planet is ruled by only one person, and each of these characters represents a different aspect of the adult world. Here, there is a king who wants to rule everything, but in reality, rules nobody. The king gives orders to the little prince, but only orders that can be fulfilled. This shows that authority only makes sense when it is reasonable and harmonious. The man on this planet wants everyone to admire him. He constantly seeks applause and depends on others' approval. The little prince realizes how meaningless this is. The drunkard drinks to forget his shame, but his shame is why he drinks. He lives in a vicious circle. The little prince is saddened by this hopeless situation. The man living on this planet is obsessed with possession. He wants to own the stars, but cannot actually benefit from them in any way. This symbolizes the meaninglessness of material ambition. The lamplighter must light and extinguish his lamp every minute on his shrinking planet. He carries out his duty tirelessly. The little prince respects his commitment to duty, but sees how the system forces him into a meaningless routine. The geographer records worlds and places, but never goes anywhere himself. He collects information instead of observing. This shows that theoretical knowledge is insufficient when disconnected from practice. After traveling among the planets, the little prince finally comes to Earth. First, he meets a snake. Although the snake appears small, it is powerful, and says that it can quickly send people back to where they came from. The little prince is affected by the snake's mysterious words, but doesn't fully understand their meaning. While wandering on Earth, he sees a garden with thousands of roses. He thought his own rose was unique, but realizes there are many like it and is saddened. This makes him question the value of what he owns. The little prince meets a fox. The fox teaches him the concept of taming. Taming means forming a special bond, getting used to each other. The fox says, "Man is responsible for what he has tamed. What is essential is invisible to the eye, only felt with the heart." This important lesson helps the little prince realize that his rose is truly unique because of what they share and their bond, which makes her different from all other roses. Saying goodbye to the fox, the little prince decides to return to his rose. During his time on Earth, he observes that most people value material things over relationships. This reminds him of the importance of the bond of love on his own planet. He realizes that the only way to return to his planet is with the help of the snake. The snake bites him and separates him from his body. The next morning, the narrator finds the little prince gone without his body. Although he thinks the boy is dead, he believes his soul has returned to his rose and his planet. After this unique experience in the desert, the narrator begins to look at the stars differently. Each star reminds him of the little prince. He once again realizes that most adults in his life have lost their imagination. Throughout the story, themes like love, friendship, responsibility, innocence, appreciating what one has, and criticism of the adult world are explored. Each planet is a reflection of the frequent mistakes made by adults: ambition for authority, vanity, dependency, materialism, meaningless routines, and knowledge disconnected from practice. The Little Prince typically leaves these common impressions among readers: love and responsibility. Truly knowing and bonding with someone means feeling responsible for them. Seeing the unseen, what is truly valuable can't be seen, only felt with the heart. Child's perspective. Innocence, curiosity, and imagination make life meaningful. Critique of adulthood. Most adults focus on trivial details and miss the essence of life. Appreciating value. The worth of what we have should be understood before it is lost. In conclusion, The Little Prince is a story that seems simple on the surface, but holds different meanings at every age. By looking at life from both a child's and an adult's perspective, it offers the chance to rethink life. We have journeyed together through the magical world of The Little Prince. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share in the comments what feelings The Little Prince awakens in you. Stay with love.